Hello everyone and welcome to the Iron Cosplay Q&A stream where things technically keep going wrong for me when we're about to go live. I'm not sure why, OBS was playing up every time I tried to change to the video. It's fine, I'll solve it after stream. But we're live, we're not properly live though, because as I keep saying on every episode of the Iron Cosplay Q&A, we aren't live until we're live! So, ladies and gentlemen, here with me today is the wonderful RockPaperBoltgun. How are you doing, Marcus? How are things going, my friend?
Thanks for having me. I'm very good, thank you.
It is an absolute pleasure to have you here, honestly. It genuinely, because I mean, obviously, I've been following you now for quite some time, and I think yourself with me too, because obviously I followed you through Nerd Princess, if I'm right in saying, because I have to start the stream off with this, because obviously I know you guys can't see, but this is a tiny toaster. It's
so tiny.
It's so tiny.
I can.
You have a toaster with you there, if I'm right. The Mark 4?
I do. Mark 5, actually, it is.
Mark 5?
Can you see?
Look at the tiny toaster. Oh, look at that. Look at that. He's got the lighting and everything. Look how cute it is.
That's how they look now. They have some decals on the back. They have a red base color now.
Mine is on a little base as well. I don't know if you guys can see. Obviously, my camera's super far away, but yeah, I have a little base for mine. I think it's
bases
really
I still
awesome.
Do as well.
I love that. And if I'm right, the wonderful people can actually buy these from you, I believe. If I'm right in saying.
Yeah, that's true. I'm still making them sometimes, like in batches of 10. So this is the 5th generation. So 3 of them are already sold. They're going around the world right now. One of them arrived in Oxford just 2 days ago. One is on the way to Michigan, and the other one will be going to Valencia by the end of the month.
Oh man. That is awesome. I do want to say though a huge thank you for mine. I love him. He is so cute. And also the toaster does go up and down, which is really cool. It has springs inside it, and the toast goes up and down. It is the best thing, and I really appreciate you sending me that. I really love it. If you guys do want to get yourself a toaster, you can contact him through his Instagram page, which my lovely mod, Ranger Creek Cosplay, has just posted up there for you now. If you guys want to go and do that, you can follow him, message him, and buy a tiny, adorable toaster, which I am planning on using because my army is Adeptus Mechanicus and Skitari. I'm planning on using this on the enemy side as... what you call it, like a like a marker or a token or a relic or something like that. I think that'd be really, really cool to have because I really want that. I think that would be super cool to have.
That's where the idea came from, really.
It's so cool to have, though. It's awesome. It's the cutest little thing. I love it. It's on my desk, by the way. Like I have my PC set up, not here, but in my room, I have my PC set up, and it's literally there next to a miniature version of me that a friend of mine made, and then another miniature version of me on a motorbike. That someone made for me. It's so cool. The voice of Kosh and my friend Aiden made me 2 models that are my Iron Warrior in 2 different sort of ways. Voice of Kosh made mine super hyper accurate. Like she made it. The detail on it is insane, and it looks exactly like me. Thank you for everyone who'd redeemed 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. When the stream goes down and I start the stream up again, you can redeem them again because it technically classes as another stream. So yeah, sorry for anyone who picked 1st, 2nd, and 3rd at the beginning of stream there. We have had our first hydrate of the night, so hail hydrate if you would like to
hydrate.
We've got to hydrate during the stream. But these toasters are amazing. And if you want to jump onto his Instagram, which Ranger Creek has posted there, you can see his profile picture, which is one of these amazing little toasters. Do you have a specific name for them yourself, or do you just call them Mechanicus toasters?
I just call them the toasters, I guess.
They are
there's
the cutest thing.
Not a lot of toast going on in my life, so these are the ones that are meaningful. I just call them the toasters. And every time I sell one, I'm telling my girlfriend, and I tell her where it's going, like where on the planet it's going. And by now, I think I have one on every continent.
That's insane. The thing is, though, they're worth getting because they're very cool. They're quite heavy and metal, and and the toast is adorable, and the bases are really cool, and they're really fantastic. I genuinely like them. Frankie liked it so much that she told me about it, and obviously I came to yourself. But then Frankie has a real toaster that she carries around conventions with her cards in it. When I met her, I picked up the toaster. She handed me the toaster when I was out on my cosplay, and I was like, "That's a real toaster. You carry that every day." So me and Frankie go way back now, since the Warhammer Fest 2018 or 19, is where we first properly met. But we'd been chatting loads online since before then. And before I made her the lasgun that I made her for her Creed cosplay, I made her a foam toaster with a Mechanicus logo and stuff on it. So she now has a super lightweight toaster that she could put her I made toaster slots for it the size of her cards, so that they stick out a little bit, so that she can carry that now without her arm dying. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah,
she's going to paint that up.
I can see it in her stream. In her stream, she sometimes, when I'm joining her stream and I'm saying hi, she holds up the toaster, and I can see in the shelves behind her, she has like 3 different toasters in 3 different sizes. And my toaster is one of them, and she actually has the very, very first one that I just made for myself.
No, what, the very first one of these? The very first tiny little toaster?
The absolute prototype that I ever made, so she has, cool. Because I was posting it on my Instagram, and she saw it, and she I don't know, she put it in her story or somewhere, and she said, "Oh my God, how cute is that?" And I asked her, "Well, do you want to have it?" Because I knew that I could make more, and she said, "Oh, yes, please." And so she sent me her address, and she sent me some money for the postage, and then I sent it to her. So she has the very, very first one.
That is
and
awesome.
After that, I made I ordered new parts. I made more, and I think by now I have shipped around 40 or 50 of them.
Oh man, that is a lot of toasters.
It's such a joy, especially the people that receive it. They say, "Oh my God, it's already painted. I didn't expect it, and it moves. I didn't expect that as well." So I'm thinking, okay, yeah, sure. Of course it comes painted. And it's a joy to make, and everyone is unique, like a little bit different. And
have you got one you can demo for everyone that goes up and down? Because I can't, because my camera's so far away you can't quite see it, but I'd love for people to see.
Sure, hang on. I'll just get some lighting here.
Here we go. Okay. Check this out.
This is the toaster.
You guys are going to love
it. It is cast aluminum. And you can move the toast up and down a little bit. Sometimes it breaks off because it's a very simple mechanism inside. And on this I use PVA glue because the regular CA glue just kept breaking off, and now these broke off. But I can fix it. But yeah.
Oh, honestly, the toast in mine, I kept playing with it, and the toast came off. But I like that the toast comes out. I love that the toast comes out on my one. I love it.
Okay,
Frankie's as well. I think Frankie's on your prototype. She tilts it, and then she fires the toast off into the distance.
Okay.
I don't know if you know. She shoots the toast off into the distance with the. It's adorable. It's so cool. Honestly, these toasters are the best, and I really hope if you guys do go and grab a toaster for yourselves, I would really appreciate you guys just like throwing it up in your story and acting RockPaperBoltgun on myself and being like, "I bought a toaster." That would be really, really cool to see, honestly. Also, I'd like to say a huge thank you to all the people who have followed. I mean, wow, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people have followed. I genuinely want to say thank you so much. I know you said you've posted it out to your friends as well, haven't you?
Yes. Yes.
To jump on stream. We have a question from the chat for you from Lynette Cosplay. How long do they take to make? How long does the little toasters take to make?
So I make them in batches. So I usually spend 2 evenings to make a batch of 10, which is to have them dry overnight, and especially the primer has to dry really well, because on the cast aluminum it's a very shiny surface, so the primer really has to stick and to cure. So it takes 2 evenings, more or less. And I could make more, but I don't want to. I don't want to make it a job or something that I have to do.
You want to do it. You want to do it where you enjoy it.
Exactly. So everyone is unique, and yeah, something that I can give back to the community, because it's been a very, very nice community to me.
Oh, the community! Honestly, the community is I don't think I would. I don't think I found a better community online than the Warhammer community, honestly. Especially with especially like meeting people like yourself, and honestly, it's just I love it. Honestly, it's great. It's great.
Yeah.
In terms of questions I have for you, I have my standard questions. Most of them are cosplay related, but obviously yourself, you don't cosplay.
Right.
But what you do is I have a different list of questions here. Also, things are happening in the chat. What is happening in the chat? I'm not sure.
Orders are rolling in.
Yeah, we orders are rolling in. We also have messages randomly being deleted. I'm not sure why. I think there's something wrong with my mod. Oh, right. Sorry, my stream glitched. I don't know what happened. One of my mods is stream glitched, and now things are vanishing on chat. Also, Evil Ted Smith is in the chat. Hello, Evil Ted. Do you know what, right? Evil Ted comes onto my stream so often now that I'm going to be going to make him a command. So every time he joins, my mods will be able to do an exclamation mark Evil Ted or exclamation mark Evil, and like all of Ted's links are going to come up. Catch that next stream. Next stream, I promise there will be an exclamation mark Evil or exclamation mark Ted, and it's going to come up with all of Ted's links. I love that. So let's start off from here now then. So you do a lot of model painting and stuff. RockPaperBoltgun is your sort of personal page to show your projects and stuff that you're working on. How did you start off in getting into the whole model painting side of things? Like how did you discover Warhammer then?
I first got in touch with Warhammer as a hobby for myself about pretty much exactly 2 years ago when I moved in with my girlfriend, and I went through her stuff as a boyfriend does, and I found this black briefcase, and this black briefcase contained a little army of Zinch horror Warhammer fantasy models, and I had no idea what these were, and I asked my girlfriend, "What is this?" And she told me her story about how she played Warhammer Fantasy about 10 years ago, maybe. And she played with her friends back then, and she still had her army on the little square rectangle bases, and that's what that was my first contact. And I asked her,
rectangle bases.
Would you play with me? I asked her, and she said, "No, I'm done playing. I'm not going to do that." And later that year, the 2019, and we went on holiday, and I was in Groningen in the Netherlands. There was a little Warhammer shop, like a Games Workshop, and I saw this magazine which had the one new Primaris Space Marine in it, like the easy-to-build model, and I bought that. So that was technically my very first model.
Nice. What color scheme did you paint it up in? What chapter?
I didn't paint it up. I used it as I just built it together. I had no paints.
Oh, nothing. I got you.
So I just had the model, and I put it together, and I was like, okay, what now? And so that was around the time that Games Workshop started selling the contrast paints. So my local Games Workshop had an event where you could just go there and grab some, I think it was the Poxwalker, and paint it with the contrast colors. So I asked my friends, okay, so you guys want to get in on this Warhammer stuff? And it was summer, and we had not much to do. So a couple of my friends said, okay. And I, together with a friend, I bought my first box, the Forgebane box, which had the Mechanicus and Necrons as a starter set.
I remember that box.
Yeah, that was really nice. It was the last one in the Games Workshop, and until I entered the shop that day, I had no idea what to get. I was thinking about this like starting edition with the Death Guard and Space Marines, and I said, okay, well, it's that. I had no idea how Warhammer works at all. I just liked the models and the colors, and I thought it was kind of geeky, and I wanted to have some creative outlet, because I don't do any creative stuff. Well, I do a lot of creative stuff in my day job as a photographer.
Yeah, because you're a photographer for different magazines and stuff, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, I'm a photojournalist and a corporate photographer. So companies hire me, magazines hire me, newspapers hire me, and they send me around the world, at least until beginning of last year.
until March last year. Yeah, I get you. I feel you there.
Yeah, that's another story. But I was on the last flight home from Madrid in March last year. and I was lucky to get into the country. So I started without knowing about the pandemic. I started the work trip, and I came back into a country that was in lockdown. That was pretty weird.
That must have actually
And
been genuinely weird for you to have that happen.
absolutely, I was on the flight back from the Caribbean. I was taking pictures there for a company, and on the flight back, people were having the masks, and I wasn't. I didn't have a mask. I didn't know anything about that. So we arrived in Madrid, and everyone was wearing masks and talking about the pandemic and the virus. And I was like, I would like to have a mask as well.
Please give me a
And
mask.
everyone was panicked, and there was and I was on the last flight back to Hamburg. So that was. Yeah, and after that,
Was that
everything
like
started.
was that really surreal for you? Was that like kind of scary when you just like?
It was scary, genuinely scary to think, okay, this plane is full of people that might be infected, and even on this island where I was in the Caribbean, there people were like, yeah, we maybe have one patient here on the island, but we don't know. So it was nobody knew anything, and yeah, it was a different world when I came back. And there were no more photography jobs, so that was a weird year, and I needed something to have an output and something to do, like at least think and feel like I'm having progress somewhere. So model painting
absolutely.
was for me not just oh yeah, let's waste some time. It was more like, okay, I have to do something to get over this year and keep my mind healthy. And that wasn't all, of course. I have a very loving girlfriend, and she helped me with that, with this professional struggle as well. But model painting for me is something that is putting my mind at ease, and I think I see that for a lot of model painters on Instagram, honestly.
And
Like
from
where
what I can
mental
see
health
behind
is
you
an
as well,
issue.
you've been very busy. From what I can see in your cabinet behind you there,
Yeah.
you've been
Well, you
very
can't
busy.
even see the lower bit. Yeah, it's in this year I painted about 3,000 points of Adeptus Mechanicus, and
Yes, 'cause that's
by
one of the
the end
questions I was
of
going to
last
ask you is
year.
what you play. Adeptus
Oh yeah.
Mechanicus.
Well, shoot, let's go there. Let's go there.
Adeptus Mechanicus. Do you play
Yeah, that was
Scutari
my
as well,
first
though? Do you
time.
mix that in with the Scutari, or you just specifically Adeptus Mechanicus?
I started when there was no more Cult Mechanicus, Guitari. There was no decision. It was all Adeptus Mechanicus.
It was
So
all
I
Adeptus.
started with a Forge Paint box, and then I got more models and more models. And now, as per the codex, you can just mix them up.
Would you say the Adeptus Mechanicus, would you say they're your favorite army? Like, out of all?
No. I wouldn't say favorite. I mean, the first army will always have a very special place, of course. But now, in the meantime, I started with some Imperial Knights, but they're impossible to play right now. But I love to paint them. And now I started with the Custodes. So I don't have favorites, and I play very, very little. Like in the 2 years that I've been in the hobby, I have maybe had 10 games in total. So I'm more of a painter
10
and
games.
collector. Yes,
That's
yes.
madness.
That is madness, especially looking at how much I painted. I'm ready. I just
Yeah.
need someone to play with.
Thank you so much for the follow. I'm not sure how to say that name. I'm not sure how to say that name. I'm not even gonna try. That is a name that is a difficult name. But thank you so much for the follow. Genuinely, I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the follow. So you say you don't really have a favorite army, but if you had to pick an army that you would sort of prefer to play and paint, do you have one, or are you just sort of bit of everything?
No. Mechanicus,
Mechanicus.
absolutely. I
Any
love the
particular reason
models.
for the Mechanicus then, or?
The, I mean, the lore is really nice, and my name is Marcus, which is the Latin form of son of Mars or something like
Son
that.
of
So
Mars?
it's already in my name, and I
That's
didn't know
pretty
it. So
cool.
of course Mars is what I play and I love, and I really like the models, especially the Onager Dune Crawler, which is for me
Yeah.
like a really iconic model, and I love it everywhere that I see. I have painted 3 of them myself. That's something that is yeah, I think that's what drew me over there.
Dune
Uh,
crawlers are pretty sick. Doom crawlers are
Yes.
because obviously I play Mechanicus Skitarii myself, and I have my 4 Imperial Knights to go with them as well, and they're just so much to play, so much fun to play. They really are. Let's have a look. We have had a hydrate. We've had a hydrate redeem. So hell, hydrate. Kraken Army best army from 404 Moip. I like that. Kraken Army best army. I love that. Also, thank you so much, Zug, for the hydrate. Really, really appreciate that. So, in terms of the amount of models you have and everything, you said you painted X amount of thousands of points. How many points do you have altogether? Like, if you had to add your entire army up, would you say you would have 10k, if not more?
No. Below that, I have 3k of AdMech, 2.5k of Custodes, and about 1k of Imperial Knights. In the meantime, I painted some more stuff that I'm not collecting, like some Space Marines that I got my hands on eBay, and some, what's the name? The super cool elite dudes of the Astra Militarum, black armor.
Astra Militarum.
Science, Tempestus Science.
Oh, the Tempestus Science. I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure what you meant there. I was trying to think of I was trying to think myself, and I just wasn't quite sure. But no, they're pretty cool. So you just like sort of picking up cool looking models and just paint them. Then,
yes,
just having fun with them.
I try to be a little bit thrifty and get the models off eBay.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree.
And then I just paint them up. I basically sell them for the same price, which sometimes is not smart, but sometimes I make really good deals on them. So yeah, for me right now it's mostly painting and collecting. Not with a certain goal. I'm not having an army list that I want to complete. Nothing like that. It's just I like these models. I'm getting them. I'm painting them. And if I don't like them anymore, they go. But honestly, I just would like to play. And right now, here the situation with the lockdown, it's you can meet people, but we're being very cautious about it.
I honestly, I don't blame you with COVID and everything. It's just you need to be as safe as possible, if anything.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. So I think buying models and painting them is pretty safe, I'd say, if you just sat at home painting your models all day. Especially with the amount you've painted.
Well, I'm helping a friend paint his Adeptus Sororitas army. My friend Philip, who's also my buddy that I play with or used to play with regularly. He's playing Tau since, oh my god, 4th or 5th edition.
Tau? Oh, I'm so sorry.
Well, tell that to him. He's probably watching right now. So, Philip, hi.
Hello, if you're watching. Hello, if you're watching. Speaking of Adeptus Sororitas, my mod Dragonheart is a sister of battle. That's pretty cool. I'm
sure they are great on the battlefield. They're a joy to paint. A lot of fiddly bits, but I'm used to that from the AdMech, so that's fine.
I like that. We just had a message in chat saying the said friend is super thankful for the help. Which is awesome. I like that you're helping each other out. That's pretty sick. It's pretty sick.
Yeah. Well, it's really nice to just get together and talk, drink coffee, and talk about life, and just have a very close circle of friends that you can still meet with.
Absolutely.
So with another friend, he was here earlier today. We were painting up his talisman. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, the talisman. Yeah.
Yeah, so he has pretty much all the extensions, so all the character models we're painting up. And as well with my girlfriend, some 2 nights per week, we're painting up the Zombicide models, which is like 60 plus models per box.
So does she play too?
We play Zombicide and Talisman together, but not Warhammer.
Fair enough.
No, but she's excellent at painting. She's so good. It's a shame she's not playing, but we're painting together and we're listening to horror stories like audiobooks.
Oh, awesome.
And the dog is next to us sleeping and we're painting, and it's really nice. It's really nice thing to do with your partner.
That honestly sounds really so perfect. That sounds like the best night in. That sounds genuinely
it's really comfy.
Nice.
Yeah. After that we just eat and watch TV, and she can paint longer than I can. After 1.5 hours, everything hurts, my shoulders, my back, and she's like, yeah, well, let me do some more, and I already start preparing dinner or something. So she's good and she likes it, I know that, but no Warhammer, and that's okay. She has had her share.
I like that. I like that. That's incredibly wholesome. Just like it really is. I really like that. I think that is really, really nice. I like your. Is that your painting station behind you? Then is this where you do the deed? Is this where you do all the painting?
So, hobby stuff like all the glues and tools and all that, masking tapes, basing materials, and this is my paint rack exactly.
Oh, nice.
So,
is that one of those
yeah.
laser cut ones that you put together?
Yes, laser cut MDF.
Nice.
I got that. Sadly, they don't fit any Citadel standard size. So I had to. Well, no, I didn't have to, but I already did the transfer the Citadel pots into paint droppers.
Oh, nice.
And the rest I use is that was a fun day, really. That's a lot of work, and it's so messy, and you lose a lot of paint. But well, and the rest is Vallejo and Army Painter paints.
I do like
some
Vallejo.
Green Stuff Worlds. I really do as well. I don't like Army Painter anymore a lot. I don't know. I cannot shake them long enough to have the paint consistency nice.
You need to get one of those. You need to get one of those paint shakers, the little desktop paint shakers.
I was looking at those. Yeah. There's some YouTubers saying, okay, this cheap one from China, like $20 or $30, is good enough, and I'm thinking about that. But honestly, I have so few Army Painter paints, I don't need the shaker.
You don't need the
rest
shaker.
Of my paints. No, not really. I'm spending so much money already. Jesus.
I know that feeling.
And I just got into airbrushing, and thank God my good friend Philip lent me his compressor with the tank. So
actually, not long ago for Christmas, I got a compressor and stuff. I'm actually saving up now for some Vallejo paints and stuff. But my mod was talking to us in the pre-stream Discord. I was chatting away. And she suggested a brand. I'm not sure what brand she suggested. I've forgotten already. I'm not sure what brand did you suggest to me, Desi? She recommended this really nice brand, and apparently it's better than Vallejo. So I'm hoping they're cheaper too. We'll see. But with all the painting and stuff you do and the friends you help and stuff, do you do any commission work at all then, or are you sort of strictly no commission work?
It's not strictly. No one ever asked me, and I would probably say no. When people ask me for toasters, I ask them, hey, would you like something special about it, like a special color, some decals? What number would you like to have on the bag? And people are like, no, just have fun with it. And I love that attitude.
Yeah.
So I'm having fun with it. Commission work, I think, is a very odd thing because you do a lot of. I mean, I know how long I take for a single model. That's you couldn't pay that amount of time. So one single model, if you would pay it fairly and like something that you can earn money from, would be incredibly expensive. So I'm not doing that. And I tip my hat to anyone that is doing that, especially for a living. But for me, that would just be work, and I don't want work. I want hobby and free time. I want to not have deadlines on that, not at all. So if you buy a toaster, if you want a toaster, I can try to fulfill some wishes, but I won't paint an army for you. No.
I would, if I was to get another toaster, I would be like hazard stripes, all the hazard stripes. I want an Iron Warrior toaster, just all the hazard stripes. Just watch you just painting the hazard stripes like.
No. I got this really nice Tamiya masking tape now.
Oh, the really thin mask. Yeah, the really.
Yeah.
I like that.
So no problem.
I like that. Hazard stripes are not a problem. I like that. I think that's great. I like that. So, in terms of like painting, then, like painting to the level that you've been painting now, how long have you been painting? Like, how long have you I know when you started, but like, how long have you been painting? Would you say to the level you're painting now?
2 years.
Oh, that's pretty.
I've never painted any models before that. Full disclosure, I went to an art school for 1 year, but they didn't teach us any model painting there. It was like creativity basics, like drawing, painting, illustrating, working with different materials, working with acrylics, oil paints, and all that. But I totally sucked at that, and I cannot draw for the life of me. I was having my classmates prepare my work, my basically homework, and I helped them with their photography and video homework. So I'm not a born artist, but with the miniature painting, I'm learning every day. And I really like that. I really like applying new techniques. But when I look at my Instagram feed, it is out of this world what the quality of some painters is. Like I cannot even fathom where they start to have this level of quality and what decisions they make in their mind to where to put the colors. I'm a basic color blocking in and then some shade and then some highlights, and I really like the weathering. I like everything, the sponges and the pigments, and I like to let the paints and the textures work for me.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, even with just the toaster, I can tell from like the basing you did and from the actual toast itself, and it's just it really is genuinely like even just a small toaster like that, it's amazing. But you know, speaking of like other model painters and stuff like that, I don't know if you follow one of my mods and my very good friend Ranger of Krieg Cosplay. He has an Instagram page where he makes these hyper realistic dioramas for his Krieg, and he has trenches and stuff like that, and he takes the pictures like really low down, and man alive, they look like they're real. It's insane.
Yeah, I think we've even been in contact. If he remembers me, I was asking about how to photograph that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm a photographer myself, so I should figure it out. But
yeah,
I was
no, I get it.
blown away by the quality and this real low angle. That's really cool. I mean, that's some preparation, and the lighting and the smoke and all that, and the post production. That's really nice.
It is insane. I think he's still in chat, but honestly, it is some of the stuff he's done, like especially with his tanks and stuff like that. It is absolutely mind blowing. Like some of the stuff that he's done, especially with what you call it, what is it? The heavy artillery stuff that he's got, like the big guns and things, and just some of the stuff that he's done is absolutely insane. But yeah, with that as well, has like, would you say, has 40K, like the tabletop stuff like that, has that had like a big impact on your life at all? Is that something that
absolutely? Yeah, it's something that I'm very much looking forward to after work or in the evenings. Or my girlfriend, she works in shifts, and sometimes she's not there till late at night. So I go out with the dog in the evening, and then I sit down at my desk and I paint. I listen to a lot of podcasts or audiobooks, and
or the Iron Warrior cosplay Q&A stream, or
exactly. It's my evening entertainment, and this is something that really helps me just relax more than video games, more than TV and streaming. Yeah. It's something that really had a big impact on my life. I have to say or admit, I don't know if that's something to admit, but it's something that really has a lot of influence.
Oh no, I completely agree. Yeah. If someone was to ask me the same question, I'd probably answer the same way in terms of yes, it really has. Because the amount of people I've met, the amount of friends I've made, like I wouldn't have started any of this otherwise. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now.
The community is something outstanding.
Oh, absolutely. Like I wouldn't have met nice. If I hadn't have done this, I wouldn't have met Ranger of Krieg, and then I wouldn't have met Dragonheart, and then and then it snowballs from there. So it's madness. Also, Ranger of Krieg just said, I don't think you've messaged me, but if you need tips on anything, please just give me a shout. So just message him on his Instagram.
Right.
Message him on his Instagram, and he'll be happy to. My favorite thing was I was like, Harry, what are those mountains behind the thing? He was like, that's my bed. And I was like, like it's crazy the way he does it. He has this way of taking the photos of his Krieg and stuff that are just mind blowing. And I've always thought to myself, like, what if you took his models and dioramas and stuff outside and like put them on a table where you could see like real mountains and stuff in the background, and then take the photo and then like edit the mountains and stuff a bit and make it look like it's like outside. I thought that would be really cool. But then I've not really gone into detail with it because I myself don't take lots of pictures and stuff.
There is a like a railroad model maker guy on YouTube, Luke Townsend, and he does exactly that. He's taking pictures of his model sceneries outside. I don't think that he's including the actual background, but he's using the actual sunlight and maybe some houses in the distance, but it works really well. But for a photograph, it's challenging, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
To have this,
I mean, I wouldn't know much in that because I'm not a photographer, but I guarantee with yourself, it's probably challenging because you do it for a living. Like, I wouldn't really know myself. Ranger Creek said it's magical. It's magical. I like that.
It's magic, sure.
It's magical. Oh, I love that. Oh yeah, right. This is something I really wanted you to go. I really want you to run with this. Go into as much detail as you like, but because I myself would really like to know this. So, you mentioned you wanted to talk about pen and paper.
Yes.
Yeah. What is it? I'd love to know. Like what?
Well, do you know anything about pen and paper? Have you ever heard something like Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons I've played. I've also played Rogue Trader. We also played, what's it called? There's a few Warhammer ones that I've played. And we use a website called Roll20, and we all role play and we all write stuff down and everything. And
so you know the basics of it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I've played a lot of role play based games and like tabletop and stuff like that.
So maybe some people don't know what it is. It's you sit at the table with a bunch of friends. One of them is the game master, and you're all having a collective adventure in your head. And the players are having this sheet of paper in front of them with their character names, some stats, abilities, what they have in their imaginary inventory, and the game master is telling everyone what is happening, what they're seeing, hearing, feeling, touching. And I like to play that. I like to master that as a dungeon master myself. I have a group of friends that I play a system called Dungeon Slayers, which is like a fairly easy version of Dungeons and Dragons, maybe. And but we haven't played in 1.5 years maybe. But I'm an active player in another group. We play a system called The Genesis, which is so it's a post-apocalyptic primal punk setting. For me, when I first read about it, it is. And then when I first read the lore about it, it felt like the Fallout universe, if you know it.
Yeah, I love Fallout. Fallout 4 and New Vegas and like even the original Fallout and stuff. Fallout was quite good for me, except for 76. We don't talk about 76.
I stopped at Fallout 4. But for me, it felt like the Fallout universe, but instead of total radionuclear annihilation, it's a fungal infection and craters that are shaping the world. And so in the Genesis setting, it's somewhere in the future. The world has basically gone mad and gone under, and there's new societies rising up. And you have the standard character tropes like rogues and traders. And
do you have a bard?
A bard? Sadly, no. I would have loved to play a bard.
Bards are the best.
You have the tech nerds that are keeping everything together, and you have the judges. And I'm, of course, playing a judge by the name of Moral High Road.
Moral High Road. Holy crap. Because we used to play, at the beginning before Rogue Trader, we used to play Dark Heresy, which is a Warhammer-based one. And I played, I played at the beginning a member of they're like the Warhammer 40k police, if you will. They like roam hive cities and stuff, and they have their handcuffs and their gun, and they almost look like Judge Dredd. They literally look like, if you looked at a picture of them and looked at Judge Dredd, they're pretty much the same, except one's in like the year 40,000, and the other's like a futuristic setup. But I worked my way up to become a judge, and I became a judge, and I decided to get like this big power hammer, which like, whoa, actually speaking of power hammer, with like a big power hammer.
Look at this huge thing.
And but I wanted it shaped like a gavel, you know, like in a courtroom, like the wooden gavels. So
That's
I
nice.
could like serve justice. like a giant hammer. Oh, honestly, it was insane. So yeah, like judges, that really
playing this kind of character is really fun for me.
Absolutely.
You can be totally brutal, but still knowing that you're the good guy. That's usually that's a moral dilemma. But for me, my motto is what is it? Innocence proves nothing, which I got from one of the Warhammer books.
One of the Warhammer books,
fits
hell yeah,
perfectly.
It really does.
Fits perfectly.
I love that you
And
said
this,
like it was brutal, and what's really funny about the reason I laughed so much is because my character was called Brutus Black. Like literally, that's what my character was called.
Well, it's a very
Brutus
telling
Black.
name.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I love that. That's
And
so
in
mad.
in the system, the Genesis, the artwork is outstanding. It's a very modern pen and paper system. I think the website I think even is called Primal Punk or something like that. I don't want to plug it too much. I'm not getting paid or anything. It's just a system
I like that. Not sponsored.
Not sponsored, not yet.
Yeah, not
but I really
spawned.
like the setting. My good friend Philip, who I'm helping with his Sororitas, is our game master, and he's putting so much work in there. Oh my god, he's writing completely new chapters to get from one pre-written adventure to the next. And we are how many people right now? It's two girls and me. But my girlfriend will be joining by the next session.
Are you looking for anyone else to join? Is this like on a Discord do you have, or do you use Roll20,
No,
or is this more of an in-person kind of thing?
No, we started in person, but right now we're doing it for over a year now, just via Skype. And I'm using some random.org dice to roll my dice, and I have the character sheet as an interactive PDF.
Oh,
so
that's what we do too with the PDF.
Roll20 or something. And it works really well. We have people, we're not looking for more people because as a dungeon master myself, I know how hard it gets when there's more than, say, 4 or 5 people.
Incredibly
But once
hard.
a year, I go on a holiday with my friends. We're like 10 to 12 people. And last year I started doing an impromptu pen and paper. So we just sat down and I started the story. I used the day talking to them about their backstory, their name. And in the evening, I started just generating a story in my head and taking them with me. And so there were 12 people. That was really hard for me, but we continued
12.
playing
We
the
did 6.
next.
That wasn't counting.
I know,
that
no,
wasn't counting the GM either.
Yeah, that's a lot of
madness.
people, and I wouldn't normally do that. But if you just improvise and no one is expecting anything, especially me, I'm not expecting anything. We can just be completely silly. It can be just murderous. People can die left, right, and center. Doesn't matter. It has no end, no beginning, really. It's just for the fun. And that's something that works for me. So I can
like
either really prepare my ass off. Can I say that?
Yep, this is an 18+ stream. Swear all you want.
All right, so I can work my bloody ass off.
Yeah,
or I can
bloody.
just
Yeah, I like
improvise
that. Go for the
fuck
big
out of
ones.
it. So, it's a lot of fun. But after pen and paper session that I'm mastering, my mind is completely empty. My voice is what's the English word for that? Hoarse.
You've gone
maybe?
hoarse, yeah. Like you could.
Yeah. So
It's gone
even
hoarse.
right now, I'm starting to feel that my throat is. So I think we should hail hydrate, right?
Hail hydrate. If no one has done it in the chat, but hail hydrate. Let's do that. Someone's about to do it. You watch now.
Yeah, pen and paper is something that is.
You said that was just straight vodka, wasn't it? You said.
I don't drink alcohol at all. No.
And this isn't alcohol either. This isn't alcohol.
Sure.
No, really, it isn't. I try not to drink during every stream. Otherwise, I'd be drinking twice a week, every week, and that would just be, that would be awful. But
Maybe.
that
Well,
sounds
give
like
it a try.
an impromptu. I love the idea of just an impromptu. Like, oh my god,
It's hard but very, very rewarding. I did it with another group of friends. We were 6 people. I prepared a little bit. I recorded some backstory that I typed in, and I recorded it with a little microphone, put some audio effects behind it. That already was a lot of fun because I've never done that. And I created 6 characters. And by the start of this improvised story, I said, okay, we have these 6 characters. I introduced them all. And then I said to the people in the group, okay, now you all choose who you want to be. And I thought, okay, well, maybe some want the same character, whatever, we can work it out. And everyone chose a different character. And I think that's because I had already had the personas that I was playing with in my head when I was creating the characters.
I
And
like
that is something so rewarding, so nice. And then we played for 4 hours and we were done after that, and we never played again. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. It's a completely weird setting where we started invading the White House in Washington for some reason.
That's pretty badass.
Kill humanity with a virus, because one of the players said, well, maybe as a setting we could do something about the coronavirus. And I said, yeah, but I don't want you to be survivors. I want you to be the aliens that brought this virus onto the planet, and you want to wipe out the rest of them. And so the aim of this improvised pen and paper was just to kill as many people as possible.
Is there a zombie game or something like that on, like, where you have to like infect the planet, and like your goal is to infect the whole planet?
There's like a mobile game.
Something like that, isn't there?
There is something like that where your goal is to
game
infect
as well
everyone.
Somewhere. There's like a
maybe. I'm sure I have it on my phone. I can look it up.
That'd be awesome.
The name. Plague Inc. Also
Plague
not
Inc.
sponsored, but the name is Plague Inc. So that was basically what the setting was. So pen and paper is something that is really sparking my creativity. I love to write. I love to tell stories, and as a journalist, that's basically my job, to tell stories, but pretty serious and straight ones. And this is just something completely, I can just go wild, and that's something that I need. And it's the same with the miniature painting. It's something where I can just release something that is in my head that I didn't know was there before.
I like that we got Pandemic or Plague Incorporated, Bloody Madagascar. I'm not sure what Anki means.
Oh, yeah, Madagascar.
Bloody Madagascar.
Is it hard to infect, maybe, or was that green?
I think it might be. It sounds like it. Pandemic is the Flash game that gave us Shut Down Everything, Pinkthorn. That was that. That's interesting. See, I've only played a few of these games. I haven't played all of them, so I'm trying to figure out like which one. Because I mean, I love those kind of things. I don't play much of mobile gaming, but it would be kind of cool to get back into that. If there's a PC game like it, which is like Infect the World, that would be pretty badass.
There is a board game called Pandemic Legacy or something. I played that even before the whole pandemic stuff started.
Before coronavirus.
With a couple of friends, and you play some survivors there, and you install radio towers and some disease centers and all that. It's a good game, really. You play over the course of 12 months maybe, and each month is like one round that you play. So a lot of zombie survival stuff going on in my life.
I mean, I actually have a book called The Zombie Survival Guide, which is
there is something like that.
Yeah.
Is it like a seriously written book? Or
it is actually. It's not like a story either. It's actually this is a zombie survival guide, and it has loads of really cool information in it. Like destroy your staircase. Like if you have a staircase that can be destroyed, destroy the staircase and make like a rope ladder that you can pull back up after you, so the zombies can't get up. That kind of thing. It gives you loads of information. Oh, seriously. I'll have to send you a picture of the book. I've got it upstairs. I actually read it every now and again for fun. And also to keep it, to keep my mind going. It also tells you like
keep sharp.
It's like what weapons are good and like what weapons are bad and what are good for like killing a lot, but then also give you a lot of fatigue. And it doesn't give you like stats, but it's like if you had to run around with a chainsaw killing zombies, you would get tired pretty quickly. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
they're heavy, they're loud, they need fuel. Yeah. There's blood all over you.
Exactly. And also the noise attracts more. So it's that kind of thing, and it's What I don't know why people they're typing, they're singing Du hast in chat.
Oh, that's a reference to the band Rammstein, which is a German band.
Hold on. Let me just Let me just, yeah.
Oh, am I preaching to the choir
You
there?
are, you are. That I don't know if you can see, but that's my Rammstein tattoo. I'm obsessed with Rammstein. I love that. I like that's awesome. You didn't know the amount of people who know now. They're just like, oh god, Dovig, no, just not with the. I'll play. Can I play some Rammstein? There, please don't, because I play a playlist. I love a playlist of Rammstein. They're my favorite band ever.
Them?
I've seen them multiple times. I get this. Last year I was meant to see them twice, but the pandemic stopped them. So I'm seeing them twice again this year.
Okay.
So I meant to see them twice this year, if the pandemic, allows it, obviously.
Yeah,
but I'm not seeing any cancellations or anything yet.
I have concert tickets as well from last year that maybe will happen this year. Who knows?
Is that to Rammstein or?
No, not quite the opposite. Quite the opposite.
Oh no, is it like something really slow and delicate, like an opera or something?
Well, no. Then again, no. It's maybe not the exact opposite. It's RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh. Oh, okay, yeah, I can see where that would be.
Maybe the two are pretty close together, actually.
I mean, they have dressed up as women before, that kind of thing. Rammstein are pretty awesome. They've done a lot.
I've seen them on the Hurricane Festival. It's a pretty large German festival in northern Germany, and I saw them there many years ago. And I was in the middle of the crowd. There's like 60 to 70,000 people there. I was basically in the middle of the crowd, and I still could feel the flamethrowers that Till was blasting into the air, and the firework going over my head. And Flake was in this big, what was it, a cooking pot?
Yeah, there's a big cooking pot during my time.
Yeah, it was so weird.
It's cool. It's awesome. It is awesome, honestly. I've been, every Rammstein gig I've been to, I have been front row in the fire zone. Right front row where the flames are, and you feel the heat, and it's amazing. I was actually next to two French girls, and one of them collapsed from heat stroke, so we had to lift her over the barrier.
Boy. Sure.
Yeah, you had to lift her over the barrier.
Good of you. Did you lose some of your beard to the heat?
Yeah, every gig, I come back and I have no eyebrows and no beard. I'm cooked to a crisp. I'm cooked to a crisp.
Your friends are like, oh, you've been to a Rammstein concert, haven't you?
Oh, I love it. A friend of mine asked me if they could come with me one year, and I was just like, no. And they were like, what? Why not? I have tickets to the same thing. I'm like, you don't understand? And they were, because I was there at Milton Keynes. I left my house here the night before, and when I got to Milton Keynes, it was the next day, and it was only like a 3-hour or something drive altogether. And I stopped a few times on the way up, and I got there, and I was in the queue before the barriers had been put up at 2 a.m. the day of the gig. Jeez. And stayed there all day. I had food and drink and snacks, and I was just drinking and eating all day. And honestly, it was.
Well, crazy, it's an honor to meet a hardcore fan then.
Oh, I've seen them a lot. I have a lot of their merchandise. I have a lot of their stuff. I'm a big fan. Also, new album coming out this year. Hopefully, they like Flake was saying that they're in the studio. They're recording right now, and it's like, oh my god! It's honestly, I can't wait. I can't wait for another album, because their album that they just brought out is. It's amazing, like that. There's such a good album. There's so many good songs.
I'm sorry, I haven't listened to it.
Oh, you should. It's so good. Oh, they've got a bunch of songs.
I like similar music, but not Rammstein especially. I like them. And my girlfriend likes them. You two would go along very well.
Good.
When I moved in this room, she had posters of Marilyn Manson and Rammstein and all that.
Oh yeah, Marilyn Manson. Oof.
Yeah. Now there's a nerdy poster of a podcast that I visited.
That's awesome. I have an incredibly huge Rammstein flag in my room that literally takes up the entire wall. It's huge. It's a massive wall. It's like, I think it's 3 meters by 2 meters.
Jesus Christ! Did you steal it or?
No, I bought it. I bought it online. It's a huge flag.
All right, because that sounds like some stage prop that you just.
Yeah, I know, right? I wish.
Yoink?
I wish.
The chat since 2 a.m. That's
the
mine.
The chat is still going. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but anyway. So yeah, RockPaperBoltgun.
Yes.
Where did that come from?
I was amazed that nobody took it already. There's this online gaming magazine. I don't read it, but I really like the name of it. The name is Rock Paper Shotgun. So very, very cool name, perfect for everything connected to gaming. And I was like, okay, what the hell? I'm just gonna steal it. So Rock Paper Bolt Gun. Although I'm not collecting anything Space Marine related or anything that has a bolt gun really, seemed like such a cool name. It's very long, so if when I use it in some other games or something like that as a nickname, it's usually too long. So I just started a new character on Diablo 2 because I'm getting hyped up for the remake that they're
For the
releasing
remake,
this
yeah,
year.
yeah, there's the remake.
And the name is just Rock Paper Bolt.
Rock, paper, bolt. Can you imagine, like, rock, paper, and then you're just holding a bolt?
Yeah. What
I like
would
that.
win against the bolt? Yeah, that's where the name comes from. It's I think when I started my Instagram, I had another name, but I honestly cannot even remember what it was. Something like miniature painting, which was totally generic and dumb. And now this name I like, but again, it seems silly to me when you or Frankie are talking about it and saying it out loud as my name, because it's not my name. It's just something that I
Oh yeah, but
use.
it's, do you know what's quite funny is, like, I know a lot of my friends online as their usernames. Like
I think
if I'm in
that's
the Discord, I just read the usernames. It's just easier for me because they're there, and when it's just hard. It's hard for me to read a name and then say something else while reading what's on the screen. It's just something that's difficult for me. It always has been. For example, like, I know Casual Props, where, like, Casual Props was in, like, we were chatting in the VC, and I'm like, oh yeah, guys, so this is Casual Props, and he's like, I have a name, and I'm like, oh yeah, sorry, Frederick. This is Frederick. like it's just like it's because, like, well, when me and Frankie do talk about you, it is like, oh, it's Rock Paper Ball Gun, you know, like.
yeah,
Originally, obviously, I
and I
didn't know
love
your name was
that.
Marcus, but it's just like, it's Rock Paper Bolt Gun, and I love that name because
Well,
every time I say it, it's like I imagine, like, a Space Marine and, like, an Imperial Guard chatting, and they go, like, you know, rock paper, and the Space Marine just goes bolt gun, and just shoots.
I love that.
You know what
I
I mean?
love that.
Like, just like, okay, we're gonna play rock paper
Yeah,
bolt gun, rock paper bang. Like, I think that that's what I think of every time. So it's like,
that's
you
so
know.
nice. Brings so much joy. That's incredible. Nice. Okay,
Yeah,
I
Dragon
will
has just said,
remember
yeah,
that.
usernames like you, Iron Warrior Cosplay. You're just the heretic. Thing is, though, people either call me Iron or, like, Iron Warrior or, like, you know, the heretic or whatever, because people can't say my name very well. They don't remember it or they can't say it, and I'm just like, just call me, like, Iron. And it's like the big iron on his hip. It's like,
Oh,
just
yeah,
call me
yeah.
Iron. Just call me, like, Iron Warrior Cosplay. It's just what I have on all my platforms and stuff. It's just easier. So,
That's a Marty Robbins
holy
reference that you just did.
crap! That just happened. Thank you so much. Casual Props has just gifted 5 tier 1 subs to the chat. Thank you so much, dude. Seriously. Yeah, say my name, Bish. Frederick, my guy. Honestly, holy crap, 5 tier 1 subs. Dude, I can't thank
That's
you
a
enough.
lot.
Seriously, everyone who has a gifted sub from the wonderful Casual Props, please throw up a shovel in chat and give him a big thanks. If you're in chat and you have a gifted sub from him, thank you so much. Big supporter of the channel. I genuinely love you so much. Thank you so much. For those of you who have got a gifted sub now, please head over to the Discord. My mods will post a link in the chat. Make sure you link your Discord and your Twitch account together. You'll unlock a special subscriber-only section in my Discord, so you guys can go there. Genuinely, thank you so much. That means a lot. Seriously, thank you. Frederick, Casual Props, you absolute legend. Thank you so much. So, yeah, right. My apologies. Back to the stream. What's the biggest model you have? Like, what's the biggest model you own currently?
It's
Not so much in
Imperial
points wise,
Knight.
but in, like, physical size.
No. Just physical size. It's an Imperial Knight Preceptor. The name is,
Oh,
I think. Yeah,
nice.
that's the biggest model I've painted, and I from start to finish it was 10 days, which is insane. Thinking about how long I now need for a much smaller model. It was just very determined work, and it was summer, and I had nothing else to do. So I painted this knight in 10 days, and it was huge, and I love it so much. And every time I get the chance to share it somewhere, I share the pictures, because that's something that I'm really proud of.
Well, you've just
did.
joined the Discord. If you want to post it into 40K, the mini painting section that I've got, if you want to post your pictures up in there after the stream, you're more than welcome to. I think everyone would love to see them.
All right.
That'd be awesome, because I mean I've followed you for quite some time, and I love everything that you post. It's great. Like some of the pieces that you paint, and like I'm not gonna lie, a friend of mine asked me to go and because I cosplay as a Ghostbuster as well, you see. And
nice.
A friend of mine who works at a Games Workshop in Carmarthen, he works in the GW shop. He's the manager there. He was like, "Oh, hey, Mike, we're having a birthday party, and I'd love a Ghostbuster turn. It's a Ghostbuster themed party." And I was like, "I will happily turn up." And he was like, "What would you like for turning up to the party?" I'm like, I've got a few models that I would." And he was nice enough to paint some models for me, because I was doing so much cosplay stuff, I just didn't have the time to paint my models. But I would like. Wow. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're not fully detailed and like perfect and everything. They're just they're playable and they're really beautiful. Even though I say they're not perfectly detailed, they're stunning. And I actually need to go pick them up. Actually, I haven't picked them up for some time.
Oh, you haven't seen them yet?
No, well, I've seen pictures of them, but I haven't actually seen them in person.
Oh well, pictures never do them justice. It's so hard to photograph miniatures.
Agreed.
I struggle every time.
But yeah, in terms of like, I was saying like the biggest model you painted or whatever. If you could, money being no option.
Yes.
If you could pick something from either GW or Forge World, what would you get to add to your army?
Right now?
Well, I mean,
so there's some really big, really expensive Custodes, Legio Custodes stuff.
Yeah, there is.
And especially the what is it, the Orion or the Aris gunship? That's just huge, but not as beautiful as other Forge World models. So I really like the really large Tau Empire Forge World stuff.
Oh,
that's just beautiful.
What's it? That huge? Is it like the Manta or something? It's called. What's it?
Yeah, Manta Ray something.
That huge
like
one.
A big pancake. It's got to be so expensive, but
so
that one's really beautiful. And the Forge World Custodes stuff, it's nice, and I really love the dreadnoughts. But the tanks, they're. No, not for me.
Not for you?
But the Tau stuff is really nice, and for the Mechanicus, there's some really weird stuff that just looks like farming equipment. It's odd.
Crazy, right? Honestly. What about any Titans? Would you go for any Titans at all?
Oh, I honestly don't want to play with resin so much. It's just so hard. I'm watching the Road to Titan Night with Guy from Midwinter Minis.
Yeah,
he just bought the most expensive set for some £1,000. I don't know.
It's crazy money. Oh, there you go. Pinkthorn just said the Manta is the £1,100 Tau thing.
Really? That's okay. That's abstract.
It's a lot of resin, right?
Yeah.
Also Zug redeemed Hydrate.
Oh, Hail Hydrate.
Hail Hydrate. I love that. We also have a question from the chat in a bit as well. It's quite a good.
Oh yeah, shoot.
Good. Do you have you watched Red Dwarf at all? By the way, do you know Red Dwarf? I don't know if you've watched Red Dwarf, the TV show. Otherwise, this is there you go. Red Dwarf, Just the Shows, Volume 1. Okay, so we have a question here from Nate the Chill Valhallan, and I'm going to just do this as well. There's my little, there you go. I'm just going to do it with my little toaster there. Given that God is infinite and the universe is also infinite, would you like any toast? From Talkie the Toaster.
It's the first thing that I would ask for after asking for a towel, because I know that a towel is the most important item that you can have in the universe.
Absolutely. Also, given that God is infinite and the universe is infinite, would you like a cheese and ham Bravo? He just asked it. He was like, would you like a toasted tea cake? Would you like a crumpet? Would you like? No, toast. I don't want anything. Red Dwarf is amazing. I love that you just had Red Dwarf to hand. It was just next to you.
Yeah. It's next to me. But I was thinking about what weird UK stuff do I have in my room, because I really like UK shows and media, and I like this podcast, No Such Thing as a Fish. It's I listen to it every week. It's an amazing show by the QI Elves. They have a show with Stephen Fry.
Oh, the QI Elves. The people who worked in the background of QI, the TV show.
Yeah. And
Oh,
they
that's
have a
awesome.
podcast, and it is amazing. And they did live tours, and I visited them. I visited a show in Groningen in the Netherlands, and I got the poster signed. I'm listening to a lot of them. I like British TV shows, like everything written by Graham Linehan, like Black Books. I loved. I visited
Black Books. I've
I
seen Dylan
visited the
Moran
shop.
live. You
Bill
visited that? I
Moran
want to
is.
visit it. I want to take my friend Brecken up there and go visit the shop.
It's just the outside. The inside is filmed in some studio location, but the outside is there next to, what is it, Argyle Square, next to
Yeah. The inside obviously
King's
isn't the same, but
Cross. Yes,
oh,
and
that's
so I
insane,
visited that. That was a very nerdy moment of me. I
dude. That's
love
I
the
want to
IT
go there just
crowd,
for
of
that. I want to go
course.
there just for that. That's not a nerdy moment. That's just an amazingly epic moment.
Uh, and I love everything with what's his name? He's also in Matt Berry. I love everything that he's in. Like Toast of London is an amazing
Oh
show.
my god,
He's
toast.
in the IT crowd, of course.
Oh yeah, you
Um,
have such a good taste in TV shows. Like, oh my god,
my
like
my taste is stuck somewhere in the early 2000s,
I don't
so
blame you
I
because
don't.
I
Uh,
genuinely TV was amazing back
that
then.
was a very good time for British comedy, really, and
Oh
I
my
really loved
god,
that.
I
And
would love
most of
that though.
them,
If I ever met you, I would come up to you and I would just go toast, and I would want you to go Ray Bloody Purchase, just
Ray
back.
Bloody Purchase,
Oh,
Grim Fandango, can you hear me?
oh god, yeah, it's Clem Fandango. Can you hear me? It's like, yes, I can bloody hear you. Although I love that one though when he goes when he's like Ray bloody Purchase, and then he goes and he just goes, oh, if it isn't hide your wives because I'll fuck anything toast. And when they're on the buses, when they're on the buses together and they're like with the
Yeah, and
megaphones back and
he's
forth
the
being, ah,
Dickens. Oh, it's a great show, and
it's such a
no one
great
in
show.
Germany has ever heard of it, I'm sure. And you cannot
No
stream it here on
way.
Netflix or anything.
Oh, I
I
loved
can
it.
only watch it when I'm somewhere. When I was in the UK, 2019, I was hiking in Scotland. I could watch it on my tablet again. That was great.
I
Not having
I
to pirate it.
This is, I know this is live on stream, but I may have all the episodes, and there may be like some sort of way I can sort of electronically move them towards your location on this World Wide Web, possibly. I don't know.
If that is at all
That's that's
possible, and of course
perfectly legal.
regulated by your local
It's
authorities, then
absolute.
of course that.
I don't know. We'll see. But just to cover my own backside, we have a question
Sure,
from
shoot.
the wonderful Frederick, Casual Props. Is the tiny
Yeah.
toast edible? And I've got it here. And let me just. It is not edible. That toast is not edible. That
Oh,
is very hard
no.
toast.
No,
I'm
that's
gonna
maybe
have
the
to.
next generation.
I'm gonna have to go in and to the house like after the stream. I'm gonna have to make myself a piece of toast. Just
Just for that.
hold the toaster and a piece of toast and just eat the toast after the stream. Oh, Galactic Elephant, praise be unto him. Galactic Elephant is asking what show. The show was it's called The Toast of London, and
Yes.
I've forgotten the name of the actor in it.
Matt Berry.
Matt Berry. Thank you so much.
He's a
And
genius.
he is
I love
so
him.
funny. When they're burying the owner of the company, the owner of the I've forgotten the name of the company, IT crowd now.
Renham
Renham
Industries.
Industries. When they're burying
Yeah.
when they're burying the owner of Renham Industries, and he walks into the door and he just goes, "Father!"
Father!
Oh, when I saw him walk through the door, I actually went like, "Oh my god, it's him!" Like I was so happy to see him.
Slam, white trousers, white
So
blazer.
funny.
Father!
He's so funny. I absolutely loved that.
You're the first person that I can actually talk about the IT crowd.
Oh,
Really.
anytime,
No,
anytime.
no one
Lynette
watches it
Cosplay just
here.
posted. Lynette Cosplay just said, "Father," in the chat. Honestly, if at any point you just want to talk shit about any TV show that you want, I've watched so much. Black Books. Me and my friend Brecken, we quote Black Books all the time. Like
so
I haven't
quotable.
watched Black Books in the longest time because I've watched them all like a billion times over and over again, and I can quote lines before like the actors say them. But it's amazing when I go over to his, I can just like say stuff. Like for example, when it was boiling hot in the UK, I was like, oh, I parked my van next to his house, and he came out and he jumped in my van. And he was like, oh, it's boiling today. And I was like, yeah, let's just hope we don't run into anyone with Dave syndrome. You got to watch out, Dave syndrome, you know. And it's just like, oh man, honestly, it's just. We've seen Dylan Moran live. We've seen Eddie Izzard live. Eddie Izzard's amazing. We're gonna go see Bill Bailey live soon, hopefully too.
Oh yeah, I watched a lot of his YouTube clips. I didn't know that he's actually such a musician. I thought that's just a shtick and someone else is playing. And there also is this one Black Books episode where he is playing the piano.
Oh yeah, he's actually playing the piano. Yeah, Bill Bailey.
Really?
Bill Bailey is an incredibly talented musician. That's what he did before he got into comedy. Like Bill Bailey's actually a musician, and he is incredibly talented. He is insanely talented. Actually, he can play more instruments than just anyone. I think he just picks up an instrument and just plays it. It's mad.
Yeah.
Did you see the one where, you know, Metallica were meant? I don't know if you know like much in the UK in terms of like festivals and stuff, but there was a festival called Sonosphere, and
no, never heard of it.
Every single year, Metallica were meant to play it. At least I think it's Sonosphere. Metallica were meant to play it, but they'd pulled out yet again. So what Bill Bailey did was Bill Bailey took over their slot, and he played. What was it? I think it's
Probably Enter Sandman.
Enter Sandman.
Enter Sandman. It is.
Dun 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 dun. It's not that one. It is that one, but I'm not sure that's not Enter Sandman.
He has a whole recording with Metallica covers.
Yes, he does. And what he did was he played it all on the horns. He has loads of horns, and he's like ba ba beep ba ba ba. It's so funny. And he does it live on stage in front of everyone, and he properly rocks out. He's playing the horns like, mate, it is so good. If you go on YouTube, I'll send you the link after stream. It is the funniest thing.
Yeah, please.
Hello. How do I say that now? HDD or HD Dubs 456. Good day, High Lord Iron Warrior. High Lord Iron Warrior. Hell yeah.
That sounds nice.
That's awesome. Oh yeah, 88 degrees Celsius. Dave syndrome. I love that. We could talk. Honestly, we could talk about British TV shows until the cows come home. Although I think there's so many lines in IT Crowd that I quote just randomly for fun. And I was sat at a party. We were sat at a party. There was a bunch of us. We were all having drinks and stuff. And I just turned to my friend Bracken, and was just like, a fire at a sea parks. And he just spit his drink out. Just like, what?
Fire at a sea parks.
How?
I like the scene where Moss is holding up the fire extinguisher. And just like, made in Britain.
Oh yeah, because he goes to use it and it catches on fire, and he's like, it's made in Britain. Oh yeah, you're saying when he sends the email, it's like fire exclamation mark. Fire exclamation mark.
Then he deletes it to write it again. Oh god, I love the show. Yeah, so.
Hold on. You're probably going to love this. But it's 0118-999-88199-9119725-3. I hate that I know that. I fucking hate that I know that. Oh man,
I think I once tried to actually learn that to use it in some circumstance where people would understand that. Now I'm blanking, but I think at some point I was able to recite that as well. It's so catchy, this tune.
It's crazy. Hey, HD Dubs, thank you so much. Oh yeah, it's Harry Wright. Hey Harry, how you doing, mate? HD Dubs 456, love the name. Just stopping by. IT Crowd is one of the best shows. It's certainly up there. Honest to God. Yeah. Frederick just said, "I'll put this here with the rest of the fire." He puts the fire extinguisher next to it. Oh yeah, Pinkthorn. Oh my god, this is so bad. You know when the computer screen is empty and just the fire is inside it, and it's like, nice screensaver. Oh man, alive. Honestly,
okay, yeah. Well, all this tells me that as soon as it's possible, I want to visit the UK again and visit you and Frankie.
Honestly, if you come to the UK, I will personally set up the large, like, you know, screen and projector that I have and the nice big speakers, and we'll just binge watch IT Crowd and Black Books and like a bunch of Bill Bailey stuff, and just honestly, it's just
loving the idea.
Oh, it's so funny because IT Crowd, Black Books. There's so many. There was one I don't think you know, which is and you might know. What you call it? It's called Coupling. Did you ever watch Coupling? No. No. Coupling wasn't as big as the other TVs, but it was really funny. Oh my god!
I'll note that down.
Damn. People are saying damn, dumb, do. I think they're doing what I did earlier with the horns. I think they're typing that. I have a feeling they're all in a Discord call together. Just I like that.
Let's
beat you by
together.
A second there. Galactic Elephant beat you by a second there. Honestly, Galactic Elephant said the guitarist in my old band was the kind of musician who could pick up any instrument and figure it out within 5 minutes. We were hammered drunk and he picks up a trumpet and blasts out an awful noise for a bit and then just started playing it, and it sounded pretty good for being blackout drunk.
That might have something to do with it being blackout drunk. But I think there are some people like that, like just regular geniuses that just can pick it up and see the system behind it and implement it in their brain within minutes. I strongly believe that there are people like that.
Thank you so much, Mr. Titan 40K, with the host. Thank you so much with the host. People that
that's cool.
Some they're sharing links in the chat, and I'm not sure why. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? Oh, you're Darth Vader? What? The Imperial March theme? Honestly, I don't know. Anyway, honestly, can I just say, it started off like, you know, talking about like, you know, your painting and like your work and stuff like that. And I love that it's just rambled in, like snowballed to like talking about old British TV shows and stuff like that.
Well, it's a good thing to talk about.
I love it. But honestly, Red Dwarf though, I think is quite high up there in terms of like classic British TV shows. Red Dwarf.
Nobody knows it here. Nobody knows it here.
Wait, can I ask? I don't think I've actually asked, but where exactly are you based?
I'm in northern Germany.
You're in northern Germany. I got you.
Yes. The state is called Lower Saxony, which is in the northwest. And the city I live in is Oldenburg, which is the smallest big city in the country. So it's quite a large city, but it's the smallest of the large cities. So, and that's where I am, northwestern Germany.
So honestly, in terms of like distance, you're not actually that far, really. Like,
no, not at all.
That's madness. That's madness. I love that. So, in terms of like, you know, you obviously... Oh, DM Stretch! Hey, DM Stretch, how you doing? You all right? Welcome to the stream. When you say, obviously, you haven't cosplayed or anything like that, but
no.
if you were to decide at some point you wanted to go to a big convention and you were to cosplay, would you go like Mechanicus or would you go like Skitari? Would you decide to go for that kind of getup, or would you pick something else that you're quite fond of?
I saw some Mechanicus cosplay, and I always thought the robes, the bright red robes, looked kind of dodgy. I didn't like them. They were looking too clean. I would go for some kind of tech priest, like low-level tech priest that has still a lot of his humanity and not a lot of modifications done to the body, and like not a lot of robes or anything, just rather like a suit, a very dusty, rusty suit, and a red cape or red, what is the English name? Cowl? Something that
like
you
a
just
cowl.
loosely put over. Yeah, something like that. That would look very badass. Because otherwise, I don't know a lot of stuff that I could cosplay. Honestly.
Well, no, it doesn't have to be. I just thought, like, since because I do a lot of the cosplay stuff here. Obviously, I'm wearing cosplay and all that. I just thought, since you're,
which is amazing, by the way. I love your work.
Much. I genuinely appreciate that because obviously, since you are because you're a non-cosplayer, you do mostly the model painting and stuff like that. I just thought it'd be kind of cool to get that kind of. To ask that kind of thing to someone who doesn't cosplay and see what kind of stuff they would go for if they could cosplay anything. Like, if you could just, get it off the shelf kind of thing. And just...
Can I talk a little bit more about cosplay?
Absolutely.
Well, I'm at the right place. But So as a journalist, I asked myself, what is cosplay? And I was living back then in the capital of the state here, and there was like a weekly gathering of cosplay people, like mostly anime stuff and all that. And I was asking myself, okay, what is holding this group together? What is forming this group? And so I asked them, hey, what is cosplay? What is it to you? And I started a photo documentary of young adults, or what is it, like around the age of 18. And I asked them, what is cosplay to you? And I had a photo documentary of them before getting into cosplay and after. So I could put these two pictures of the like regular everyday life person next to the full-on cosplay persona.
Oh,
and
that would be so cool.
Because I asked myself, what is it that drives people to do cosplay? And you're something different, because I'm seeing you as a full-grown adult with your own decision to do that. But for these young people, it was mostly a decision to have a creative outlet and to have a group bonding, because all of the people that I interviewed and took pictures of, they described themselves as social outcasts. And cosplay and nerding about anime and manga was giving them a kind of sense of a group and a sense of belonging. And that is something that I adore and I really, really appreciate about people, that this I'll just call it the cosplay scene.
The cosplay scene or the cosplay community or whatever.
Yes, and that is something that I really appreciate, and I want everyone who's doing cosplay to tell them, you're doing great. This is something that you can own, that you can do for yourself. This is something that you can make. You have this reward of doing something and impersonating someone.
Absolutely.
And in part becoming this character, this person, this thing that you're cosplaying, and this can give you so much strength that sometimes people don't have in their regular persona. So that is something that means a lot to me.
That's awesome.
Seeing that,
dude. I like that. What you said there. Now take a picture of them as they are, and then a picture of them in the whole cosplay kind of thing, and doing a side by side. That's pretty. I like the idea of that.
You can see the difference in their body. What is the name? Not position, but in their stance.
Yeah, the way they hold themselves, kind of thing.
Exactly. So in the first picture, without the cosplay, they're like mostly a little bit hunched and a little bit shy. And when they're in cosplay, they're strong warriors. They're everything. They're the dragon that eats the world. And that is so beautiful, that you can, with this creative outlet, you can change everything about yourself and learn from this persona that you can be as strong as you want. And that's beautiful.
That's awesome.
And I don't know how it is for you your cosplay is, on a technical level, outstanding. On a massiveness level, outstanding. And
I really appreciate that.
What is it doing to you? I'm sure you feel different when you're inside and you're walking around and you're stomping and everything is shaking and people are looking up to you because they have to. I'm sure that does something with you as well.
It absolutely. I genuinely, when I'm obviously, it's quite funny as well when I'm in the suit and I'm stomping around in it. I obviously, I walk with a bit more of a robotic sort of, like I walk like the suit is heavy, even though it's not as heavy as people think. But I also, when I get out of it, it's so weird, because I've actually spoken about this a few times where I've been like in the suit and people get out of your way. The crowds will part ways like the Red Sea, not the Red. Well, yeah, they part like the Red Sea, and sort of, and you can walk through it, and I got Harry walking in front of me as his Krieg with his lasgun, and we walk through and that kind of stuff, and it's great. But as soon as we're out of cosplay and the pair of us are just in civvies and we're walking through a convention, we have to sort of excuse me, can I get through? And people don't stop you for a picture. They don't know you. They don't. Like, it's insane. So it's kind of being like, when I'm in the suit, I'm visible. When I'm out of the suit, I'm invisible, and it's awesome.
Are you tall?
I'm 6'2". Like, I'm 6'2" myself, but I'm 7 foot tall in the suit. So it's sort of like, doors are fun, lifts are fun. Also, thank you so much to Anonymous, whoever you are, who gifted 3 months of Tier 1 to Zug. Zug, you know, a 3-month tier subscriber, tier 1 subscriber, you absolute legend. I have a question from chat here for you as well. Nate the Chill Valhallan. Question: if you were gonna join us as a cosplayer, who or what would you be?
Well, I think I would stick to the 40K universe because that's something that I really like, and I like the lore. But I'm not strictly about Mechanicus. So low-level tech priest would be nice, but I really like the Caiaphas Cain novels.
Ooh,
so
yes.
I would love to be a commissar in a shiny, dirty but
Yeah, I got you. But
a little bit shiny
and a big hat.
Like, yeah, and a big hat,
And a big hat,
biggest hat. And
I like that. I love that.
I would like that, and also change my persona, being super, giving orders to everyone, and but being smart and cool.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, so Commissar would also be very, very nice. Yeah,
I like that. Casual Prof just said, "This is some 5-head stuff right here." Power cosplay gives the power to the weak, and it feels good, and that's Mr. Titan 40K. That's true. A lot of people I know, when they're not in cosplay, they are very shy. Very shy. Yeah. They don't say much, and like you were saying, like they're sort of hunched over, they're quiet and kind of thing. When they get into their cosplay, oh my god, the transformation is insane. You know, it's just it's madness. Also, I like that. I'm not sure how to say your name, but I'll say Cal, since it's the first three letters. KLK. Cal just said, if they don't part, they're gonna get stomped. No worries, they're parting. I like that. It's true though. Like, I don't get me wrong. I won't just walk into someone, but like Harry will be like, you know, excuse me, like people moving out of the way, sort of excuse me, kind of thing. Like, and if they don't, I'll just tend to go like, excuse me, and like, turn around.
Are you using some kind of voice distortion or something like that, or?
I'm just an incredibly loud human being.
Because I think you can have a really booming voice, don't you?
I'm quite a loud human being, yeah.
See? So that's perfect.
I love that. Oh, also, Nate the Chill Valhallan said, yes, join me as a Valhallan.
Well, Valhallan are the ones with the fur hats?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they got like the Russian type fur hat and the big coats and the yeah. It's like that's they're always cold. So they're keeping warm with the hats. And
I don't like being
they look
cold.
They look like me with the fingerless gloves. Also, thank you so much, DM Stretch, for popping by. Thank you so much. He has to go. DM Stretch has to go mod a stream now. See you later, everyone. Thank you so much for popping by. I really, really appreciate it. Apart from small children, they don't get out of the way when you can't see them. Yes, that's right. Captain Every, who is also a Space Marine, absolutely. Turnaround challenge. Turnaround challenge the person who just shouted at you to find out they're at chest high level. Yeah, just the chest, and like, oh bugger.
Oh boy, oh bugger.
I love that. That is fantastic. Honestly, let's see, Mr. Titan 40K, I wear a cosplay. Guess for one, who is a Titan moving around a con, people did not see a cosplayer, so when they just jumped. I like that. When Mr. Titan 40K actually cosplays as a Titan. He walks around on these
How is that possible?
He walks around these big stilts, and it's all, and like his head is in the chest, and the rest of it is above him. It's crazy. It's crazy. If people don't get out of his way, he just like it's funny to watch them crap themselves. It's really, really funny. But honestly, hey, if you're ever over in the UK, though, you should come to an event that we have called Warhammer Fest. It's absolutely amazing. It'd be really cool to actually meet you in person, because chatting to you has been absolutely
it's a blast. I'm really enjoying that.
It's been really fun.
Great.
I genuinely appreciate you coming on, because obviously when I asked you, I wasn't sure, because obviously I know you do a bit of model painting and stuff like that, but that's the thing. I like to talk to people who I don't specifically have to talk to people who cosplay. You know, I like talking to model painters, and like I spoke to Dave Sinclair, who does happen to cosplay as Rogel Dawn. He's also making an Orc cosplay now as well. He also does a bunch of Star Wars cosplays and stuff like that. But I also wanted to talk to him about his his video production side of things, because he runs a little company himself. He does videography and stuff like that. Much like yourself with the photography, he does more videography. He does do photography as well, but it's really, really cool. Also,
I've seen a lot of people with a photography background doing very well on YouTube, especially. There's some people that are professional photographers or videographers that have a successful YouTube channel, and I think that's that's saying something, because trying to show your models and your work requires a lot of technical skill, actually.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because the amount of modification stuff I've had to do is... I don't even want to think about the amount of stuff I've had to do to get it to actually... The technical side of things, anyway. It's just...
But you learn so much.
Oh,
you learn so much.
Absolutely. I have learned so much just from doing this. It's been insane. Yeah. It has been absolutely insane. Also, Cal just said visiting Warhammer Fest is a dream, sadly pandemic. You know what, Cal? Exactly. If you do ever come over, be sure to visit when Warhammer Fest is happening, and you can come and see us all, because there's a bunch of us there. Thank you so much, Cal. Just followed. Thank you so much, my friend. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Oh, Galactic Elephant. No, it's okay. The hydrates are they're on a timer now, so they're on a timer, so people can't just spam them. Otherwise, that's all we'll be doing is hailing the hydrate and drinking. So there'll be bathroom breaks left, right, and center. But obviously, cosplay-wise, there's always technical stuff. I'm always learning. There's never a time I'm not learning. If I ever get to the point where I think I've learned everything, there's always going to be something new.
There will be no such point, I think. We're all on some kind of journey here, and I think most of us don't have a goal. We just like the journey. So I'm hoping there's no point where you're like, okay, I'm done. I can do everything now. I don't think there's such a point. So
no.
It's nice to know that you will learn something every time you pick up the hobby.
I'm always upgrading and thinking about stuff. I'm always doing stuff, always making new things, and just like at the beginning of the pandemic, I made this power hammer, a chainsword, and a small human scale chain axe, and just burnt myself out the first 2 weeks of lockdown. That was fun, but. I love that. Evil Ted Smith. It will never happen. I'm a cosplay. I'm still learning. Exactly. And Evil Ted Smith is like there. Like Evil Ted Smith is like it's honestly.
Yeah. See,
it's
even
amazing.
him.
It's amazing.
There's no masters, I think.
It's awesome. I also love having Evil Ted in my streams. Evil Ted hangs out in my streams. It is crazy. I absolutely love that. But we also have a hydrate. We have a hydrate redeemed. So Hell Hydrate.
Oh.
But genuinely, Marcus, I've had an absolutely fantastic time having you on. It's been really sort of the more I do these, the more relaxed it is. It's absolutely chill as hell. It's awesome.
It must be frightening for you as a host to have people have the attention on you, and you have to do the interview and have the questions and have the strings everywhere. And
it's not
Davrik, you're doing very, very good.
Thank you so much.
You're a great host, and I love being on your show.
Oh, dude, honestly, stop. But
you.
Genuinely though, I actually said this last stream. I was watching my very first stream, and oh my god, I was so awkward. I was just like, because I had never done it, and it was just so bad. Yeah. And then seeing myself like now and like kind of getting used to it and stuff, it's nice. I'm really enjoying it. It's really, really awesome.
It's something to look forward to instead of being not frightened, but something like anxious about it.
Yeah.
It's when I have to give an interview or talk somewhere, I get really, really anxious. Like I just graduated last month, and I had to do my presentation, I had to defend my work and all that.
Congratulations!
Thank you very much.
Can I ask, what did you get? You graduated, and what did you do?
I graduated in photojournalism. There's a school here in Germany where you can study that. The next one is in Denmark. The next one then is in Bangladesh in the United States. So elite photojournalists are very few and far apart. And I went to the school, and I just graduated after 6 years. And I had to do the presentation in front of the whole university, basically, and the professors and all that. And there's like 100 people, and I had to give this presentation. I was so nervous the 2-3 weeks before that. And I think right before I did that presentation, you wrote me and asked me to be on the stream. And I thought, oh, finally, I can just talk without having to prepare anything, because anything that you will ask me, I already know the answers to. So I'm very
Absolutely.
keen on answering many more questions, whatever you can think of. I love talking to you. It's very, very easy.
Honestly, that's what I hope for. I never want anyone to come onto the stream thinking, "Oh no, he's going to ask me loads of hard-hitting questions." They're just easy, simple cosplay questions. Like just. And what I like about it is that it's not the like it. I may have a list of questions that I keep saying like, "Oh look, I've got my Ghostbusters clipboard of all the questions." It's not so much like here's a question, here's a direct answer, here's a question, here's a direct answer. What I like is
No, no, no.
I ask a question like, "What is your favorite cosplay?" And they start going on the cosplay, and then suddenly they'll go off on a tangent. And then it explodes
Yeah.
into this beautiful story of something. And it's just, that's what I want. And that's all I look for in people. I like nice chatty I like people who like to chat and like to have fun. And just people who aren't afraid to just go on a massive, 20-minute rant on something that they love. To see that passion, I hate stopping people.
Yeah.
Like, if someone starts talking to me about something they love, I would never stop them and be like, no, no, no. I'm gonna go do something else, or stop talking about it, or you're annoying me with this. I wouldn't tell them that. I want them to carry on. Tell me everything. I want to know everything. It's just that's how I've always done it. But honestly, Evil Ted Smith said I can't watch my old videos. Fair, I understand. I watched my first one ever, and I was just like, "Oh, that's painful to watch."
Oh, no.
It was awful. It was awful. It was awful. Like for example, today, like the old me back in the day would have panicked and freaked out if the stream didn't work, and I don't know why. But going from my stream starting with the music and everything to my video would crash OBS, and I don't know why. So what I did was I just went to the Zoom to the video immediately, and then went live with the video running straight away. So I just did that. So after the stream, I'm probably just going to play around with it a little bit and see if I can get it to work. So I might do a test stream after this just to see if I can get it to work for next stream.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I'm just happy, happy with the fact that it's actually running and we're doing the stream. We're here. So honestly, I think that's pretty much everything. Does anyone else have any questions for the wonderful
Please
RockPaperBoltgun?
shoot away.
Honestly, if you guys have. Also, be sure to follow his links. His Instagram is in the chat. If you guys want to jump on that, and if you are interested in a beautiful little toaster, look at how cool they are, and they're absolutely beautifully done.
Look at these are
a
all
tray
that are actually in existence right now. And
those
still
are available. You could
Those are
honestly get
available.
one of those. You could get one of those for yourself. If you just message RockPaperBoltgun, you could buy one from him. They are beautiful. They are awesome.
Not plugging.
Hextone.
I'm not here to make money.
Yeah, you are. Why not? Make some money. Why not? Why not? Hextone says, that's how I am, man. If someone starts going in about something they love and that type of thing, it makes me legitimately happy to listen and learn, even if it's something that's not in my interest. Exactly. And I tend to be happy to chat and listen to Pigthorn, happy tech priestess noises. I like that. But honestly, there is nothing I like more than just getting to finally meet someone I've been following on Instagram for a while and just getting to know them, and like having you join the Discord as well is fantastic. I've got you on the Discord.
Yeah, just today.
It's so cool.
Just today.
And obviously, the first thing I did was add you into the Adeptus Mechanicus.
Of course.
Where else would you go? I think that's absolutely fantastic. I genuinely love that. Oh, look! Oh my god,
This little guy.
That is the most...
Do you remember these guys
I
that came in the
remember
little
those guys.
Chibi Bandai whatever boxes?
I wanted one so badly.
I want a whole army of this size. I like this so much better. There's just space to paint.
Amazing. That would
That's
be
why I like the
awesome.
Custodes. The models are just bigger. You can just
Yeah.
because I don't have a steady hand. I'm not a technical
Neither do I.
good painter. I don't have a steady hand. I get like crampy shoulders, so I need larger models. I thrive when the model is larger. In the time that I painted Dreadnought, I could also just paint one or two troops. It's I need some space.
Oh, absolutely. There was a comedian. You said you have like a shaky hand. There was a comedian yesterday. See that? Steady as a rock. But this is my shooting hand. honestly. It's fantastic. A galactic elephant. Praise be unto him. I have to ask, and forgive me if I'm way off, but is there any connection to Rock Paper Shotgun? We actually spoke about that just now, actually.
There's the ellipse. Yes. There's no connection at all except for the name. So there's this gaming magazine, Rock Paper Shotgun, and I just changed the name and used it as my own. If you have any copyright claims to that, I'm very sorry, and I will still keep the name because I like it. But that's the connection. Yes.
Hail Hydrate.
Hail Hydrate. Well, I'm late or early. I don't know. I'll do it again.
You're fine. You're fine. Hail Hydrate. You're fine.
It's just we're talking for 2 hours now.
Something like that, almost. But honestly, we're wrapping up now. It's getting to the end now. My question sheet has been successfully marked, and I've written down a few extra questions while I was going as well. I tried to keep these in case I need any extra questions for anyone else. It's always handy. If anyone does think that, I have questions missing or something they'd like me to add, please let me know on the Discord. I'm happy to add questions all the time. But in terms of the stream itself, how have you enjoyed yourself? Have you enjoyed yourself?
Are you asking the stream or me?
Yourself? You?
Very, very much.
I'm glad
I was thinking about this Q&A since the moment that you asked me, and I was thinking, oh my God, what is he going to ask me? Probably, how did it all start? What his favorite army is, and then like yesterday or 2 days ago, you sent me the first couple of questions, and we talked about them, and that was almost giving me some anxiety because I don't want to know any questions.
No, that's okay. What I do is it's just so people know what kind of questions to expect. I send like 2 to 3 questions just so they don't think it's going to be like, really in-depth sort of like, like I said at the beginning of the stream before.
What's the relationship to your father?
It's like, what's your relationship like with your father? And it's just kind of like, they're not questions like that. They're just sort of like, what got you into this? What did you, that kind of thing. And like, it's always fun.
So
in that.
I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed talking to you. So far, we have only been writing, and I was very glad that I could just send you the toaster over as one of the first people. And I like what you're doing. I'm very happy that you invited me to the stream because I've never been invited to something like this before.
Anytime.
And I never had to speak English in front of online listeners. So, but I think it's fine. And so thank you very much. I'm very, very grateful that you're having me on your show.
I'm grateful that you were happy to do it, genuinely. Like, I'm always looking for people to jump on. Season 4 is next. I'm going to be looking for some people for that, hopefully soon, so we can see what happens there. But also, I like that Pinkthorn just said, tell me about your mother. like really awkward questions like that. It's like, wait.
Tell me about your mother.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. I need the clipboard. I'll cross my legs and clipboard and be like, tell me about your mother.
You need the pipe.
Oh, I haven't got pipe. I should make one out of foam.
See?
I should make one out of foam.
Yeah,
I've got a pipe. I've got a pipe in my room, but yeah, I don't have a. I don't have a pipe now. But honestly, but genuinely,
it was really, really fun.
I've had a lot of fun. I genuinely have. Honestly, thank you so much to RockPaperBoltgun. You have been an absolute star. Is there anyone online right now that you would like us to raid?
To what?
Raid. So what you do after stream, you don't have to, but after stream, we have 20 viewers currently, if not a few more. And what we do is, if there's anyone online, like a friend of yours who's currently streaming, we can go to their stream and raid them with more viewers. So
of course,
if there's anyone online that you genuinely want us to raid, please let me know, and I'm happy to raid them.
Yeah. So my former roommate Tim, he's maybe still streaming. I don't know. And
what is what's his stream name?
His stream name is Herr Yule, which is HERR.
Yep.
JUHL.
Yep. Found it. Is his logo a triangle?
Yeah, probably. Okay. He's a huge Zelda nerd.
Awesome. And is he an English streamer? A lot of is he an English streamer? A lot of my chat are English speakers.
No. It's German.
It's German. Okay, well,
probably, but I know that he can speak English and he can understand and respond in English. I'm sure.
Okay, well, his entire chat is currently in German.
Well, then you just rate him and blast him with your Britishness.
We'll have to blast him with his Britishness.
He'll appreciate that.
Why not? Let's do that. Let's raid Herr Yule. I hope I'm getting that right. So let's raid Herr Yule. So /host. Here we go.
Oh,
does he know that you're on my stream?
No. Well, I sent him the link to the stream and I asked him if he would host it, but he's streaming himself, so he cannot host it. But he knows that we're talking.
That's awesome. Right. Okay, well, what we're going to do, if you guys stay in the chat, I'm going to go to the ending of stream. And if you guys stay, we'll all go raid Herr Yule. And if you can spam Iron Within if you're not a subscriber. But if you are a subscriber, power shovels all the way. And just spam the power shovels. And I'll say that RockPaperBoltgun sent us. So honestly, thank you so much for being on my stream, Marcus. Genuinely hope you had a fantastic time. And we'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.